Mga kabayan, ikinanta ng dating accountant ni suspended Mayor Alice Goo na sinansigamo ang di umano ay koneksyon ni Goo sa dalawang Pogo Hub na ni-raid sa Tarlac at Pampanga. Sabi ng dating accountant ni Goo, 2012 pa niya nakilala si Mayor Alice Goo at siya ang tumatayong accountant nito at nag-aayos ng incorporation papers ng pamilya Goo, kabilang na ang dalawang Pogo Company. Ayon pa kay Gamo, 2023 ang huling usapan nila ni Goo at ito ay sa pamamagitan lang ng telepono.
Si Miss Alice Goo was a client of mine, client on a per transaction basis, per project. I happened to register yung mga corporations na pag-aari ng family nila way back to 2012. So, and then may mga iba pang mga corporation and kasama pa rin yung dalawang Pogo companies. Yung contact sa telepono, yung nung nagpa-incorporate siya nung first Pogo company. Tapos yung sumunod yung 2023, the second one. Pero yung
so hindi kayo nagkita during that time?
No. Hindi kami
telepono lang?
Telepono lang.
Samantala, pinagpapaliwanag naman ni Senator Jingo Estrada ang PNP at NBI kung bakit hindi pa rin nahuhuli o natatagpuan ang lokasyon ng suspendidong alkalde sa kabila ng paglalabas ng Senado ng arrest warrant laban kay Goo. Ayon sa PNP at NBI, mayroon na silang tracker team para matukoy ang kinaroroonan ni Mayor Alice Goo at ng kanyang pamilya.
We were informed that by our assets as of prior to the issuance of the warrant of arrest, there are some sightings in Bulacan. However,
Sightings lang?
Sightings lang po.
Kamukha lang niya?
However, when the team went to the possible locations of the sightings, as of now, malalaman po natin na wala naman pong nahuli o nakita pa po.
Maging ang pamunuan ng Bureau of Immigration ay kinwestiyon din ni Estrada. Ayon sa BI, hindi pa nakakalabas ng bansa si Alice Goo dahil bantay sarado sa kanila ang mga paliparan at pantalan na posibleng daanan ni Goo palabas ng bansa.
Based po sa record namin, nasa Pilipinas po.
Sigurado ko dyan, ha?
Yes po, yes po.
Baka nakalis na yan, no? Private plane yan. Paano niyo matututukan kung nag-private plane yung tao?
Kasama po sa mga minomonitor namin yung lahat ng ports, airports or seaports.
Samantala, nagkainita naman itong si Senator Risa Hontiveros at dating advisor ni Pangulong Duterte na si Atty. Harry Roque. Ito ay matapos madawit ang pangalan ni Roque na di umano ay sangkot sa iligal na operasyon ng Pogo dyan sa Pampanga at Tarlac. At ang pinakalitis nga ay nang mahuli ang dalawang pinaniniwala ang Pogo Big Boss sa bahay ni Roque dyan po sa Toba, Benguet.
No. Excuse me, Attorney Roque.
I'm sorry, madam, but
yes,
I am a resource person invited.
Yes, you are.
Wait. Let me finish. To answer.
Yes, you already answered in excess.
Kapag gusto niyo akong tumigil, papatigil niyo ako pag ako nag-explain.
Dahil dito, muntik ng ma-cite in contempt sa Senado itong si Harry Roque. Sabi ni Senator Sherwin Gatchalian, naging bastos itong si Roque dahil sa pagsagot at pagsasalita ng sabay kahit hindi pa tapos magsalita itong si Senator Risa Hontiveros.
Yes.
I thought we were engaged in the search for the truth.
Oh, definitely we are. Attorney Roque, what I am saying, yes, and Sherwin.
Attorney Roque, please be reminded to respect the chairperson.
I'm very respectful, Madam Chair.
Paano respectful na nagsasalita siya, sinasabayan mo siya?
I apologize, Senator Gatchalian.
One more.
I apologize.
I will cite you in contempt. And if you disrespect the chairperson, we'll be compelled to cite you in contempt.
I understand and I apologize.
Mo naman sabayan siya, nagsasalita siya, siyang chairperson.
Ano ang masasabi mo dito, kabayan? Sa inyong palagay, nasa bansa pa kaya itong si Mayor Alice Goo o posibleng nakatakas na papuntang China? Sama-sama nating panoorin ang buong video at pakikomment nyo po ang inyong mga reaksyon at sariling opinyon. Pero bago yan, muli po ako nag-iimbita sa mga hindi pa po nakasubscribe sa ating channel na Kabayan News PH, pakipindot po ang subscribe button at pakiclick na rin ang notification bell para lagi kayong updated sa mga bagong upload natin na legit at napapanahong balita. Maraming pong salamat.
Well, isang observation sa kaninang pagtatanong, may layers ng ownership ang kumpanya, ang bahay, pero lumalabas na kayo rin ito.
Well, I've never denied that, and that's why I said that I have an interest in that house. But it has to be emphasized na for purposes of search warrants, they have to specify the registered owner ng bahay. Kaya nga po, una-una, dinideny ko po na na-raid yung bahay ko dahil wala pong search warrant doon sa nangyari. Ang meron lang po, mission order at pag-aresto ng Bureau of Immigration sa 2 Chinese nationals.
So mission order po ang nag-cover ng raid.
Hindi po raid.
Sorry.
Ang apprehension po. Kasi ang raid po, wala pong search warrant at may abogado naman po yung mga foreigners na nakatira ron, hindi po sila pinapasok because under the Constitution and the Bill of Rights apply also to foreigners, hindi po sila po pwedeng pumasok na walang search warrant.
Briefly, Attorney Roque, I'll leave you to just ask a related question sa BI. Mission order lamang daw ang dala at walang warrant. Can you educate a non-law enforcer like me?
Yes, Madam Chair. We confirm na during the arrest, the BI used the mission order. Wala pong search warrant. Walang warrant of arrest.
All right. So apprehended yung 2 tao at nasa custody ngayon ng PAOK.
Yes, Madam Chair.
All right, salamat po. Back to Attorney Roque. Can I
Yes, Madam
confirm, can I confirm lang po na your wife, Ms. Myla Roque, is the managing director of Biancham since 2015 ayon sa annual report ng Pag-ibig.
Well, she was with Pag-ibig and she was managing director of Biancham, but she resigned. She resigned.
When po?
I cannot remember exactly when, but as I said, we filed an application to be part of the AFAB property and we appended a feasibility study. Meron pong malicious report sa media making it appear na yun ang kinikita na namin. E yan po ay feasibility study. The requirement po yan ng AFAB kung kayo po ay mag-apply para maging kabahagi ng teritoryo ng AFAB. So dahil po doon, ayaw ng misis ko yung ganyang mga kontrobersiya, sabi po niya, I want out. At kaya nga po, ang nangyari po dyan, talagang nag-withdraw din kami dun sa project na yan because my wife said, I really want out. I want my privacy. No? At yan po ang dahilan kung bakit nagkaroon po ng change of ownership. At yan din po ang dahilan kung bakit recently, we are now taking moves to reclaim Biancham. No? Except that my wife really says, I want out. And that's also why we are contemplating even a separation of property para malinaw na hindi siya mai-involve sa aking mga business undertakings. The decision was made also because we had business reversals in a solar project kung saan dun ko po iniinganyo yung Whirlwind company, no? And we lost a substantial amount of money in that business transaction.
All right. Hanggang kailan managing partner yung asawa nyo sa Biancham?
Sandali lang po yan Because yung investment po namin dyan sa First Bataan actually, and that was the controversy, was before I became congressman. And the controversy came out when I was a newly elected congressman, and that's when she verbalized that she wanted out dahil ayaw niya
Anong taon po yun nung naging rep
Siguro
kayo?
2016 po ako naging rep dahil nanalo po ako nung 2016 elections.
So she would have been managing partner for at least 1 year, from
1 year
2015
lang po
to
yan,
2016.
hindi po nagtagal siya because she really wanted out. In fact, she wanted out of all my business transactions because gusto po niya maging pribadong individual.
All right. But gaya ng ipinakita kong Articles of Incorporation, List of Incorporators kanina kay Mr. De La Serna, may incorporators na nakalagay doon, isa rin po si Ms. Myla Roque.
Yes, that's
Alright.
what the document says po. Hindi po yan dinideny.
So just to summarize, yung house, all right. Okay, before I summarize, regarding yung pinaplano yung takeover sa Biancham, so ibig sabihin ba bibilihin nyo yung shares ni AR, bibili de la Serna, bibilihin nyo yung shares ng ibang shareholders, or kaninong shares or kani-kaninong shares ang bibili ninyo para ma-effect yung takeover?
Ang share po ni R is 1 share. Ang tawag lang po dyan, qualifying. Kasi bago po naamindahan ng Corporation Code, kinakailangan meron 5 na directors at 5 incorporators. Ngayon po pwede na pong magkaroon ng one-man corporation. So kaya po yung mga nakalagay po dyan na 1 shareholder lamang, they are what is known as qualifying shares para makumpleto yung 5. Now, ang nangyari po kasi dyan is dahil we were also applying for an AFAB accreditation, and at that time sa Kongreso po, nagkaring malaking issue yung pag-aari ni Congressman Florendo sa Tadeco, minabuti na rin po namin na lumabas muna doon sa investment sa Bataan. So nalugi po kami doon pero binalik ang pera namin na wala namang bawas, nawalan lang kami ng interest. So yun po ang dahilan kung bakit nagbago po yung shareholdings ng Biancham. No? Pero ngayon po, as we speak, and even before this controversy, the papers are being drawn na babalik po ako. No? I'm going to repurchase the shares and I will register it soon. No? Dahil malinaw naman ang gusto mangyari ni Mrs. basta wala siyang kinalaman doon sa mga negosyo na pinapasok ko. So magiging malinaw ko ano yung sa kanya, ano yung sa akin, at para ang isusugal ko lang, to quote her words, is yung sa akin lang at hindi niya isusugal yung sa kanya at sa pamilya.
So, ibig sabihin po, i-buy out nyo sina Mr. De La Serna at yung iba pang shareholders para maging one-person corporation na yung Biancham sa inyo na po.
Well, actually, napirmahan na po nila lahat ang mga dokumento, no, papunta sa akin, pero hindi pa po kami nagdonotaryo kasi inaayos pa. No? So, hindi naman po one-man corporation yan dahil sa totoo lang, kukuha rin po ako ng mga partners. So magkakaroon din po kami ng reallocation pero mangyayari po ay babalik talaga po ako dyan.
So just to summarize, yung bahay na naging subject ng mission order para ma-apprehend yung 2 tao na associated sa Pogo Hub sa Bamban, that house is owned by PH2. PH2 is owned by Biancham, and your wife was managing director for about a year of Biancham.
Yes po.
All
yes.
right. So we will just do more research on that.
And because it is owned by PH2, Madam Chair, corporation under the laws approved by Congress have separate personalities from the individuals constituting the corporation.
Sige po. So those are my questions. No, sorry. So just to continue, Attorney Roque, so even after the testimonies of Chair Tenco and Attorney Fernandez, minimaintain nyo pa rin po ba na hindi kayo lawyer ng Lucky South 99 o kahit anong POGO for that matter?
I confirm that 100%. And the reason po is, dala-dala ko po ngayon ng mga dokumento. Alam niyo po, ang attorney-client relations, kinakailangan po yan magkasundo ang partido because it is the highest fiduciary relationship. Kaya nga po yung tinatawag na attorney-client privilege, biski dito po sa Kongreso, hindi nyo mapapakontep kapag na-invoke yung attorney-client privilege. At sa totoo lang
Within
po,
certain limitations, of course.
at sa totoo lang po, sana kinuha po ako ng Lucky Star na abogado. Bakit po? Dahil yung raid sa PORAC, unconstitutional po yan. Nag-raid po sila, kumuha sila ng warrant of arrest galing sa Bulacan judge outside of jurisdiction.
Excuse me, sige.
Well,
Hindi natin
ano
ini-investiga yung raid. We are investigating
Yes,
the
ma'am, but I'm
POGO.
just saying
So,
kasi-
please just make your
Yeah,
answer
mabilis
to
lang
this
po.
short. Kasi
Yes.
it was actually just a yes or no question.
Ma'am, let us be fair because you have been insinuating I am a lawyer for Lucky South. That is why...
Excuse me, the chair has not been insinuating anything. The chair and the members of the committee have been asking questions based on the testimonies, sworn testimonies of PAGCOR Chair Tenco, Attorney Fernandez of PAGCOR, and other resource persons. So the resource person will not impute any insinuation to the chair. Will please just answer the questions. The chair has given the resource person
Your Honor,
leeway
then,
to answer
in
the
the
questions.
interest
So
of
please answer
fairness,
properly.
may I be allowed to dispute then the statement of the prior resource persons?
We will get to that in the
Okay,
course
so
of
the
the
question again,
questioning of the
Madam Chair, is?
Do you maintain na hindi kayo abogado ng Lucky South 99 or any POGO for that matter?
I maintain, as an officer of the courts and under oath before the Senate of the Republic of the Philippines, that I have never acted as legal counsel for Lucky South 99 or for any other POGO.
Alright. Pero tama naman pong totoo na nakipag-meeting kayo sa PAGCOR tungkol sa POGO sa PORAC. Yes or no
Totoo
lang
po yun, nakipag-meeting
Okay.
ako, but as I said, ang aking kasama po ay kakilala ko bilang Whirlwind Corporate Secretary, and I have documents in my possession which I would like to submit now to the Senate.
Yes,
Kasi iba
please
po
do
yung
that.
usap-usapan
Thank you.
lang, iba kapag notaryadong dokumento.
Okay. And definitely, yung pagtestimonya ng ibang mga resource persons ay hindi rin lamang usap-usapan at may mga sinasubmit ding dokumento. Otherwise, the committee would not bother inviting them again and again to
Madam,
the hearings. Excuse me. I just like to ask the next question. So, ang topic ng mga meeting at pag-uusap nyo sa PAGCOR, and in fact, mga pag-follow up nyo sa PAGCOR, ay utang ng Lucky South 99, ng mismong POGO. Tama po ba?
Tama po yun.
Alright, salamat. So, hindi lang talaga Whirlwind, Lucky South 99 din.
Pwede ba ho
So,
mag-explain?
Pwede naman po.
Okay, kasi po ang Whirlwind is not only the lessor, they're also the service provider. Now, I appeal now to the officials of PAGCOR. Siguro kayo pong mag-explain kung anong ginagawa ng service providers, including Chair Andrea Dominguez, because I had an opportunity to work with her. Domingo, no? Ang service providers po, sila talaga ang nagbibigay ng lahat na kinakailangan ng mga POGO operators, kasi POGO operators po, lahat yan Chino. Hindi po yan nag-i-Ingles. Kaya nga po meron silang mga representative sa PAGCOR. Dahil sila mismo, they have no ability to communicate dahil nag-establish na nga sila ng mga independent POGO hubs. So ang pagkakaintindi ko po talaga,
Due diligence, bilang abogado, dun sa mga diskusyong iyon, alam nyo kung ano yung mga dokumentong sinumite, alam nyo yung mga official attachments na nakalagay doon. Did you confront Cassie Linong about this? Or kinasuhan nyo ba siya na kung bakit nandun yung pangalan nyo sa organizational chart?
Madam, nagagalit po kayo dahil sinasabi nyo, binibigay ko ng mga salita ang inyong bibig. Pero right now,
Hindi
you
naman
already
ako
assume...
nagagalit. Sinasabi ko lang wag nyong gawin
Oo,
yun.
pero ngayon po, sinabi nyo, you again insinuated that I had anything to do with the document. Ayan nga po ang sinasabi ko. As far as I know po...
Attorney, please stop using that offensive verb insinuating. I am a very plain speaker.
Okay, I'm
Pwede
sorry.
Nyo lang, it's all right. Pwede
Okay.
nyo lang sabihin mali yung fact na
Mali po.
sinasite, tinatanggi
Oo.
nyo yung sinabi ng ibang resource person. 4 na taon na pong itong investigasyon. Halos wala na pong nag-insinuate kasi dire-diretso na pong mag-usap. Okay, so please tell the committee, kinonfront nyo ba si Cassie Linong or kinasuhan nyo ba siya? Bakit nandyan yung pangalan nyo sa organization?
Well, unang-una po, nalaman ko lang na nandun ang aking pangalan nung nag-hearing po last time dito na sinabi ni Chairman Altenco. Pero bilang abogado and naging professor ng constitutional law, I'm familiar with the rules of the Senate. And the Senate says that in proving facts, the rules of court apply in the suppletory character.
I don't need to argue with you about
Opo.
that, attorney.
Pero
But you
ang
don't need
sinasabi
to,
ko lang po-
excuse me, sandali po. You don't need to tell the committee what the rules of the Senate
Well,
are.
I'm just
Please
citing
just
po.
answer our question. You don't
My
need to
answer
cite,
po
it's not
is
necessary.
that document is only evidence of its existence. Pero para patunayan po yung katotohanan na nakalasaad sa dokumentong yan, dapat meron pong testigo na nakakita ng ginawa yung dokumentong yan, o di naman kaya testigo ng gumawa ng dokumentong yan, o di naman kaya yung testigo na pumirma ng dokumentong yan.
Actually,
Pag
as
wala
I
po
said
yan,
earlier, excuse
hindi
me,
po
excuse
siya
me.
po
No,
pwede.
excuse
Ma'am,
me.
excuse me
No,
kasi...
no, excuse me, Attorney Roque.
I'm sorry, madam, but I am
Yes,
a
it's all
resource
right.
person invited.
Yes, you are.
I
Wait,
was
wait.
asked
Let me
to
finish.
answer.
Yes, you
Hindi ko
already
po
answered in
maintindihan,
excess.
Kapag gusto niyo
Sandali
akong
po.
tumigil, papatigil niyo ako kapag ako nag-explain.
Yes.
I thought we were engaged in
Attorney.
the search for the truth.
Oh, definitely we are. Attorney Roque, what I am
Sir,
saying, yes, and Sherwin.
Attorney Roque, please be reminded to respect the chairperson.
I'm very respectful, Madam Chair.
Paano respectful na nagsasalita siya, sinasabayan mo siya?
I apologize, Senator Gatchalian.
One more,
I
and
apologize.
I will cite you in contempt. And if you disrespect the chairperson, we'll be compelled to cite you in contempt.
I understand and I apologize.
Huwag mo naman
Your Honor.
sabayan siya, nagsasalita siya, siya ang chairperson.
Okay, Your Honor. I understand. I apologize.
Salamat, Sen. Sherwin. At salamat, Attorney Roque, sa apology nyo kay Sen. Sherwin. All I'm saying is, there is no need for any resource person to cite the rules of the Senate to a Senate committee. We know that. So please just answer the questions which are being asked of each resource person at length with an embarrassment of time para masagot nyo yung mga tanong. But please stick to the topics and do not lecture a Senate committee about the rules of the Senate committee. We know that. We correct ourselves kapag lumalabag kami doon.